Good morning, 18th November. What do we got
18th,
over here?
18th.
Ooh, we got the whole team coming in right now. Everyone's joining in. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another crazy consolidation here on GBJPY. Man, I can see these levels on the 4 hour. Man, wow, look at that. Still ranging. This thing is still ranging. This thing is waiting for something crazy to happen. I mean, look at this. We've been ranging for so long. I mean, this range has been getting smaller and smaller. Like, look, if we draw a trend line here for the first time ever, I'm going to draw a trend line on this stream session here. For the first time ever, look at that. This range is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So the more tighter the range gets, there's going to be a bigger breakout here. So we'll have to wait and see where this is going to break out. But let's just do some fresh analysis here now. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look on the 4 hour. Let's try to draw some support resistances here. So first of all, on the 4 hour, what we have a support area being formed right here at 137,900, which looks like it's being broken here. So let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame. All right, so we got a support down here, 137,850. And then we got another support down at 137,700. If you have some rejections here along the way, and I'm not sure how these rejections are going to play out, but definitely would want to see price break below 137,850 for it to continue down. And if we do continue down, this is like a 15, 16 pip range, right? So it's not that big of a range. So man, this has been ranging for a long while. So maybe they're waiting for some vaccine optimism or something. So we'll see what happens. Gold, on the other hand, okay, gold is continuing down. Gold is respecting these levels which it broke. Let's see here. Looking at the 30-minute time frame. Let's just remove all the analysis and let's do fresh analysis here. So gold basically had a resistance on the 4 hour time frame. We've been talking about this wick being filled on gold, and looks like it should get filled. I mean, it is coming down. We have vaccine optimism also in the market there. So let's take a look at it on the smaller time frames. 1 hour has a resistance up over here. We broke a support. May want to do some sort of a retest, but let's see on the 30-minute time frame what's going on. So on the 30-minute time frame, we're breaking the low here to continue down. So it's cool. Mainly, I'm going to be looking at GBJPY here to see if we try to break this area, or if we form a support to maybe reject it to continue up. And if you do continue up, let's see this range here. It's like a 20 pip range. Pretty good. What's this? I just closed a sell on GJ. I want to thank you from the small tips and tricks I've been learning from you. Oh, nice. Nice. Look at this. Coming straight down here. All right. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a EJ chart coming in from the Gulag. And we're going to take a look at this. Actually, before we take a look at this, let's take a look at Forex Factory here. We're going to go over some news events. So we have CAD CPI here today. They're looking at good numbers here, so we're going to see what happens. We have USD news. I mean, should be a pretty easy day. No news here, other than the fact that if we do get any crazy breaking news, then that's going to be something to look out for. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. GG's at that support level here. Cannot take a buy here because candles are bearish. Can't take a sell because candles at support. So we gotta wait over here. All right, what's this? GJ 15-minute chart. Someone took a sell. Impulse trade. Price made a low. Retracement. This candle break previous candle still breaking the support. Oh, you enter right over here. Trade close here because close with no wick at the bottom. I think whenever you're closing a trade, close partial positions instead of closing the whole thing. So I think that's going to be a lesson everyone can learn. Just close partial positions whenever you think that price may not do what you want it to do. All right, let's see here. This is beautiful break and retest. There's nice clean candles on a 4-hour to the left, so my TP is at the 4-hour start. Yeah, looks good. You're up 15 pips over here, so if I were you, I'd probably be securing some profits and letting, some runners running. So
this is 15 pips I've combined with those 3 positions I have, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see here. Let's take a look at your JPY. Okay, we are continuing down. There's an area at 123.200 where price may come down to. Let's take a look left. Yeah, 130 to 123.200, like 10 more pips it can potentially drop. It's been having a pretty nice drops here. Like price came up, created resistance, came down, had another retest. I think this last retest was like the retest to continue moving bearish, so that's pretty good. If you're in Aegis cells, it should continue moving down. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute candles are still forming here. 15-minute candles are becoming smaller. So let's see what happens where this goes. But honestly, GPJPY is in the gulag right now. It just doesn't know what to do on the higher time frames, because usually if you measure the range, like usually GJ 30-minute candles, 1-hour candles are 15 pips, the 20 pips. But right here, where like these candles are pretty small. I mean, look at this. This is 11 pip 30-minute candle. This is like a 8 pip 30-minute candle. So there's not enough volume in JPY. So that's the volume we miss. So gotta wait for the volume to come back. Let's take a look at this Euro JPY trade here from the Gulag. Placed the sell stop at 123.350, anticipated price to go down to 200. That's pretty good. It should continue down. Very nice. Alright, hey, is it a good practice to start a fresh analysis always? Any day or time I decide to trade a pair? Yes. It's always good practice, because what happens is when you do analysis, like let's say if I did analysis yesterday, right, and if I kept those analyses on the charts, and when I came on today, and if I didn't do fresh analysis, that means I'm not looking at where price is right now. So it's very important to do fresh analysis, because yesterday's analysis is only good for yesterday. If you're coming on today, then you got to do fresh analysis for today. Anyone knows time schedule this channel goes live? It's literally written in the description. Daniel Pida, come on. All right, looks like gold's gonna probably do a retest to continue down, so we'll see what happens in that. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is support broke, resistance made, target down here, gold. Looks good. Just like you got the support down over here, so that support may cause some issues, so gotta be careful of that. Ooh, someone sent the wrong chart. Just wondering, doesn't your back hurt after standing throughout the whole stream? Oh no, not at all. Not at all. Like I do deadlifts, I exercise. Like the main thing is I like exercise, right? So when you're exercising and when I'm standing, I'm moving too. I'm always moving. I'm on my feet, so back is fine. Did you take a trade today? No, no trade here. No trade here. Plus also have a lot of practice standing too. I used to work on the rigs, and they're like you're basically moving 10 hours a day, so your body gets used to it. All right, could you take a look at this trade for me? 4 trades so far this week, 1 loss. Oh, nice. 4 trades, 1 loss. This is a GJ buy. Previous 1 hour close bullish, while this 30-minute close weak bearish. Confirmation for buys yet? Oh, okay, you entered right at the break of the high over here for price to continue moving up. Beautiful. That's very nice. Yeah, I'm just waiting over here for GPJPY to move a little bit to basically break support, sort of do like a retest or something, you know, because this is not easy at all. Because look at this range. This is like a 15, 16 pip range, and I mean, if you measure this range from the top here, it's like a 29, 30 pip range. So there's going to be a little bit of a waiting over here. Would you consider buys above 138.050? You know, I would consider buys if we get a bullish kind of forming in this area over here. But if you do continue breaking down, I'm not looking for sells yet. I want some sort of a support formed and then support broken, or I want some sort of a, like, you know, breakdown, a resistance formed to take a sell. I mean, if this continues down, it is what it is, right? I'm not gonna cry over it. I'm just gonna let it go. Because I want like a better price action to take a sell, you know, like proper market structure to form. Let's take a look at this chart over here. If price closed below the support, are you looking to take a sell? Yeah, we already talked about it. Okay, is it better to trade the opening of the session rather than trading during session at any time? It depends on you, right? Me, the best time for me to trade, for me personally in my life to trade, is pre-New York, this time all the way towards NY Open and before NYC Open. You know, some people, like, you know, who live in the East Coast, West Coast, they probably wake up later, and for them it's probably better to trade NYC Open because, you know, like, this time is really late for you guys whoever lives in the West Coast. But if you're still tuning in, living on the West Coast, man, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Took my trade on EJ earlier today, took a sell, and my TP was this. I'm done for the day. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Done for the day. It's always good to see when people are done for the day before the stream starts. Man, I wish I could be in that position. Gonna be a long waiting today. What is NYC and what is NYSE? NY is New York Open and NYSE is New York Stock Exchange Open. Can I ask, this currency strength meter a good guide to use when checking pairs? No. Ooh, look at that. Oh, damn, gold is moving up. What's going on? Oh, did they cancel vaccines?
GG also, man.
Oh, wow. GG's also moving up.
Yeah.
Damn.
I took the buy at the support, so I'm 20 pips up.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So, I mean, at this time, I'm getting no FOMO, nothing at all, you know, because you need good market structure to form. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened over here. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GP CAD. Price made a low. Potential TP, resistance made, wait for a 30-minute candle. I think it's going to be better to wait for price to break this support. Once we break this support, then you got clean candles here to the left hand side. I think what's going to be better is to wait for CPI there as well. Because, you know, CAD has CPI, and CPI is really going to move the market. You know, like, it's a very, very high volatile news. So best bet would be to wait for CPI. Oh, wow, gold went back down. Yeah, I'm not touching this at all.
I think it's Pfizer news.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a Pfizer news.
Pfizer news. 95% effective in final analysis of big trial. Oh, nice. Notice how on 9th November, when we had the vaccine news, price just went crazy, right? And then we had another news on Monday, and price went crazy, but not as crazy the first time. And then with this news, it's literally didn't move that much, you know. Like, I remember, like, on Monday when gold moves like 250 pips. It moved like, what, 60 pips over here.
Like, so the way I'm seeing it is there's optimism in the market, but I think the practical implications of distribution and inoculation is like, okay, we don't know how that's going to happen. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking now as well, because, like, you know, if it was moving a lot based on the optimism of, hey, vaccines here, this and that. So that's all well and good. I think the next moves are going to be based on, okay, we have it here, and now we've figured out a way to distribute it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's got to be kept at minus 80, you Canadians are all right. Things are cold over there.
Yeah, just keep it outside.
Yeah, that's it. But then all those people in Asia, in Africa, where it doesn't go below like 30 degrees or whatever, you know, it's always hot. What are they going to do, poor things? You know what I mean? So it's not so easy.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, your JPY also reversed over here. Straight reversal. Oh, I was looking at your JPY. I thought this was gold when it was moving up. I was like, wait a minute. Alright, yeah, gold moved down with this. Oh wow,
And also
down.
USD GPY also made the same move.
Yeah, it went up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like gold will fill this wick over here. It's gonna come and fill this wick. This was the news wick here from Monday. 200 pips here. All right. Nothing to do at this point, man. GG's just ranging here. It's gonna be another waiting day here today. Waiting, just waiting. Tired of waiting this week. Every time we come on the charts, it's just ranging. Here's the thing, right? Whenever you see things are ranging or your pair is ranging for 1 day or 2 days, I'm never going to think about moving to another pair. I'm never going to say, oh, okay, like, you know what, this has been ranging. Let me just look at GU or let me just look at some other pair to see if I can catch a trade. No, you got to stay loyal to your pair. You don't stay loyal, you miss moves on it, and then you don't get paid. So you got to stay loyal. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is your JPY 30-minute chart. This candle broke the previous low. Position open when it broke this low over here. Closed 50% because expected big drop. It's pretty rare. 6 candles. Stop loss hit at BE. Oh, very nice. Beautiful. You got saved at that point. When market situation like this, you prefer to wait for more confirmation after price breakout, like creating a resistance or create support to break. Yes. So basically, I'm just waiting. The longest I've seen GJ consolidate was for 3 days, and then we had a Brexit announcement. So I think if there's going to be some sort of an announcement, maybe have a buy stop at 138.200 if it's really going to break the 4-hour. Let's take a look on the 4-hour over here. Yeah, that would make sense because like 138.200 and then a sell stop 138.800. I'm not placing these, I'm just thinking out loud, you know. So just chill. I know someone's there opening up their terminal. Oh, buy stop 138.200. No, I've noticed some charts posted where people have not waited for a close on a candle before jumping in. I thought we should always wait for a candle to close before jumping in. Yes, you should always wait for a candle to close. But what you're talking about are impulse entries. So, you know, they're two different things.
Or sometimes the analysis is on the higher time frame, but the execution is on the lower. So they might not show the lower execution. So it looks a bit...
Yeah, that's true. Can you please brief me on why has to fill gaps in wicks? Price inefficiency, I've heard them calling it. I don't know about price efficiency. Like, you have to understand, I don't use big complicated words when it comes to trading. I keep it very simple and I say it how it is, you know, very simple, straight to the point, no BS. Gold left this wick. The price action was bearish once we broke the support, so it was understandable that we're going to continue on to fill this wick. We've been talking about filling this wick from, like, you know, after the news happened based on the 4-hour time frames. So wicks are just breadcrumbs left by price for price to fill later on. So as you see, slowly gold is trickling down. It's going to come down and fill this wick. So, like, you know, these are like small moves that you can capitalize on. I haven't traded gold this week, so just gonna just gonna be a cheerleader here and just like watch it go continue
Have you
falling down.
noticed, Raja, in last like 7 to 8 days, it happened third time, like at 6:45, it jumped like crazy on news.
Gold?
GJ.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because that has been news. That's nothing to do with 645, it's just news. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here. I'm having trouble finding a trade in these areas as range is 11 pips for both. Would trade be good outside these areas, or am I seeing this wrong? You're absolutely seeing this right. It's a very, very small range. You're absolutely correct. Like, look, for me as well, this range is pretty small. It's like a 14, 15. I mean, it's not enough range. It's very difficult, you know. So when something's ranging like this, a very conservative trader is probably going to say, hey, like, you know what, I'm going to stay out of this range because it's too small. You want big, clean ranges. Like, look at gold. If I was trading gold, this would be a very amazing range for me to trade in. You know, I'd be looking at sells on gold, like looking at small time frames. Like we can see right here, oh, this is a 1 minute time frame. Like the 5 minutes kind of like retracing. And if it does create like a minor resistance, we can continue falling down. So now we have to wait. So I'm just going to spectate this to see if it does really happen. Can you please... Ooh. No, I can't. How do I join the gulag? You're already in the gulag. How did Ted find out about wick fills? Never heard the term personally until I found this stream. Well, basically, we were just looking at the charts. We're studying charts, looking at the charts, looking at, like, you know, how price moves. Why is it moving? Like, if it's going to a certain area, why is it going to a certain area? You know, and then we notice these wicks. Like, if price starts to come down, we know it's going to fill this wick, and then that would be basically the trade. And the only reason price is going to fill the wick is if there's going to be momentum in the market, right? Only with momentum, price continues on to fill wicks. So you see this here big rejection here, man. If we start breaking down on Euro JPY, then we're continuing bearish. But we'll see what happens here. Personally, the pair I trade is just ranging. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Okay, this is if support is formed here, potential buys come in my open, buy zone to retest previous higher high, 4-hour rejection zone. Wait patiently. Yeah, we gotta wait over here. We have to wait. I think if I measure this range here properly, from 138, 180 to 138, 300, or even all the way up to 138, 350. This could be a pretty good range here. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of waiting involved at this point. Or if we can create like a successful support down here and then price breaks the low, then we can continue down. You know, so we'll have to wait. Do you know the probability of price filling the wick? Yeah, it's pretty high. It's a high probability. But you know, things have to align in your favor. You need candles to close in your direction. The main thing is, whenever people take trades, you need to look to see if candles are closing in your direction. If the candles aren't closing in your direction, then it's going to get really, really difficult. You know, so that's something you have to keep in mind. All right. What's this? Can you please take a look at my trade here? All right, let's take a look at this trade idea. Coming straight from the gulag. This is US 30, anticipating if the highs of these two candles were being tested. Entry candle right here, target all the way up over here. Yeah, it could make sense. The only thing is there's not enough range at this point on US30. Let's take a look at US30 here. Your JPY. All right, let's bring up US30. All right, looking on the 4-hour time frame, what we see is that there's a resistance up over here at 30,000. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, looks like we broke above this minor resistance. And basically seems like we are continuing bullish. And now looking at the 30-minute time frame, now you need this candle to close bullish, right? Let's drop down to the 15-minute time frame here. Yeah, you need that 30-minute candle to close bullish. And once this candle closes bullish, I think your stop is going to be below this candle, anticipating price to continue moving up. But then if you go down to the 15-minute time frame, and if you see the next 15-minute candle break the low over here, then you have an opportunity to close 50%, to close 60%, 70%, whatever you want to close, because, you know, like if the next candle breaks the low, then there's a probability the price may start ranging, right? So I think it's a very, very good, I think this setup is pretty good in a way that if it continues bullish, you have confirmations, but if it does come down, then you can basically manage your risk a lot better. So that's good. And Brexit's been going on since 2016, like 2017, like, and like every month they give a deadline, and that deadline is pushed. Every month this is happening. Crazy. Brexit, and then we had trade deals. Trade deals seems like they're gonna go on forever and ever. And then Iran came in, and the oil thing came in, and after that oil thing came in, then the virus came in, and everything just stopped. And then elections came in. Man, it's been a whole big circus here. There seems to be a support at 137.850. It doesn't seem to be a support. There is a support on the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute candle had just closed, rejected the area. What are your thoughts? Nothing. We're ranging at this point. There's no trade. We're ranging. I mean, look, you got minor resistance here. You got support here. You know, it's like 20 pips. So we're just ranging at this point. What's this? Hey bro, I got a question. I've got some good pattern with hit rate like 78% with risk reward 1 to 3, but it only shows up once a while. Like there are weeks that I don't have any trades, any recommendations. Well, then seems like you have a profitable setup that you can trade, and that setup only happens maybe once a week, maybe once in 2 weeks. So that's all you got to focus on. You know, that's all you got to focus on, because if you can just focus on that, then you can turn around and say, hey, you know, like I only trade this one setup and it works, and that's it. Right? If you look at gold here, gold is now, oh wow, look at that. Gold is going to continue moving bearish over here, and we're going to come down to fill that wick. 5-minute candle closed bearish, just broke the low, and boom. Yeah, this is going to continue on to fill the wick there on the left hand side. Right here, 1864, 1863. That's like 40 pips away. Like 35 to 40 pips away. Is the stream blurry for anyone? No, I think you need to fix your resolution over there. Yeah, but this is going to continue down to fill the wick. We've been talking about it since we came on. And obviously with the vaccine as well, 100%. We're going to come down to fill this wick.
Well, they had some vaccine ad on your Insta, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
man.
you selling it, and underneath it was a vaccine ad.
Yeah. Beautiful. Wow, look at that move. Look at this 5-minute candle. It's just this one 5-minute candle. Straight move down. How many pips was this? This is a 50, 60 pip move. Crazy. Man, these are the kind of moves that were happening on GPJPY on March, April. Gold was also rocking and rolling at that time. It was a beautiful time at that time. Looks like your JPY is rejecting a support and is continuing on bullish with this vaccine optimism here. I'm gonna try to see if I can get some buys above 138 to 180 to continue up or not. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's take a look on the daily chart here. So the previous daily candle is bullish. I mean, if we do continue up, I think we can continue up to fill this wick at 138.350 on JPY. Looking on the 4 hour also is continuing bullish here. We've respected the low, so we should break the high on the 4 hour to continue bullish. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, we're breaking the highs over here to continue up. Looking at the 30-minute, see, I want to take an impulse buy here, but then again, we're below this resistance level at this point. Ooh, wow, look at that. Gold tapped 1864. Crazy. This one 5-minute candle went all the way down to tap that level. 78 to 80 pips. Your JPY is also moving up. Wow, amazing. This is what I like to see, you know, like sometimes people, they get anxious when they see big moves, they get FOMO, they get excited. I just don't get excited at all because I'm not in this trade, so I get excited. Just gonna wait for some sort of a market structure to form and then try to see if I can take a trade or not. But so far, just watching. So whoever was asking the question about wick fills, there you have it. You know, with momentum, we get wicks filled. And this momentum was brought to you by none other than Pfizer. Vaccine 95% effective. Man, can you imagine the people who are holding Pfizer stocks and Moderna stocks? Wow. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GJ, 15-minute chart. Entry as price made a top wick. I think your profit and loss thing are upside down. The green should be up and red should be down. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Iran is saying that they're also working on a virus vaccine. You know what? I'm not sure if Iran is going to be the same as it is today. Because these guys there, I mean, I don't want to say it, but they're planning something with Iran, and it's pretty sad. We'll see what happens there. My dad bought Pfizer stock 1 month ago. It has barely moved up. Oh, that's crazy. I think it did move out on Monday, last Monday on 9th November, but I guess not. What just happened with GJ and gold? Well, you need to take a look at the news, my friend. You take a look at the news and it'll tell you what happened. You know what I'm thinking here? If I would have taken this sell on gold, it would have been beautiful. Break the low on the 5-minute and just continue down. Like the last 6 trades I've taken have been based on price breaking the low and then continuing down. Last 6 trades. But next time, it's going to happen again. This is the good thing about big moves, you know, like big moves, they always happen again and again and again and again. And you just got to look at it and you just got to be prepared for the next time it's going to happen. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is Euro JPY 30-minute chart. Support formed, stop loss here, entry on this candle right here for it to continue down. Beautiful. Target 1, take 80% off, move stops to break even. Nice. Nice labeling, nice entries, nice analysis, everything nice. Got a golden star today. Hey, which website do you find to be the best for economic news? The website right on the screen over here, forexfactory.com. Forex Factory. Man, this week has been pretty hard. because of these ranges on GJ. I've only taken 2 trades this week. One trade on Monday, one trade I took yesterday. After a 2-hour wait, I took one trade yesterday. And now we're back in this range over here. So yeah, no clear direction on GPJPY. Gold did its move all the way down to 1864. I'm not sure there's going to be any more moves on gold coming down because we've basically filled the wick from Monday. But look at this, right? So this is what happened on Monday with the vaccine news. Price came down and it rejected and went all the way back up. So what's the probability that we will reject this area again and continue back up? Or if there's more optimism, can we break this area and continue down towards 1857? That is the question of the question. That's the question of the question. Do you think the ranges are getting like this because of uncertainty plus end of the year less volume? Yes. Yes, that's the reason why ranges are getting smaller, because uncertainty plus less volume. Because you got to look at it this way, right? The hedge funds and the banks that run the market, slowly people are going to go on vacations. You know, as the Christmas time rolls around, as holiday season comes around, those people are going to go on vacation, right? So volume is going to decrease a little bit. It's not like those are bad months to trade, but those months are generally, they have less volume. But at the same time, man, with what's happening right here, we have Brexit and vaccine optimism and a lot of things with elections happening too. So there's a lot of uncertainty, right? Volume can kick in any time. So that's something we need to be careful about. Let's take a look at this chart here sent by Rudy. This is a GPJPY chart. I realize it's not enough range to take a trade. Consider to take this risky trade, open trade on impulse entry. Okay, you took a sell. Is it better to close partials when support hit or wait until my partial 11 pip TP? It's better to close partial when price comes to a support, because when price comes to a support, there's a, I don't know, there's a probability it's going to bounce. So it's better to secure or close partials, because what we think is price is going to continue breaking support, but what we see is that price is at support. So there's a difference between trading what you think and what we see. So what we see is support, we secure positions. What we think is it's going to break support, then it's not going to be good, right? Can you look at this chart and my analysis? Let's take a look here. Oh wow, a lot of things going on over here. What is happening? Took an impulse entry over here, expected to catch 10 pips on a 13 pip range. News got a nice volume. Very nice. Very nice. This was extremely risky, whoever took buys at the support with no confirmations. Really risky. But you made it work, so just call it a day. You know, don't lose profits now. Looks like US30 is respecting that area, and now it's continuing to move bullish with this optimism on the vaccine there as well. And I think if it is respecting that area, it should not only fill this wick, but should also continue up to retest the highs at 30,000. Yeah, right there, 30,000. All right, hey, can you please take a look at this chart? Is this how it's done? Is this how what's done? Let's take a look here. Is this how it's done? AUD USD, 15-minute entry TP over here. That's pretty good. You have a stop loss up over there. I think it was based on a 30-minute or the 1 hour time frame, and it worked. Very nice. Very nice. The first thing is, okay, so there are a lot of people who take trades. There are a lot of people who take winning trades. The first trade, the second trade, they're all winning trades. So I think whenever you're taking winning trades, just call it a day. You know, you take one trade, a winning trade, call it a day, even if it's a profitable trade. Sometimes what's going to happen is that guys are going to do is like they'll come on the charts and they'll take a test trade, right? And with that test trade, they're using 0.01 lot sizes. So whenever you're using 0.01 lot sizes on a test trade, you have to understand that that is one trade. You know, whether you use 1 cent lot or whether you use 10 cent lot or 10 lot or 100 lot, that's still one trade, because looking for a trade is a hard thing to do, man. And if you take a test trade on a 1 cent lot and that trade runs in your favor, and then you want to look for another trade with your regular lot size, that means now you're looking for a second trade. And when you take a loss on that second trade, now you're taking a bigger loss, right? And that really affects your ego. So whenever you take a test trade, go with a regular lot size. Don't take these 1 cent lot test trades to see what's going on. No, a trade is a trade, whether on a small lot size or a bigger lot size. Let's take a look at this chart here. Sink it is sending this chart. He's spamming, man. Please don't spam the chat. You spam the chat, you get booted from the stream, so please don't do that. Ooh, wrong chart. Yeah, definitely a wrong chart here. All right. I entered a gold buy trade. Will this earn profit for me? Well, let's take a look over here. Will this earn profit for me? Let's see here. If the 5-minute breaks the high over here, then it's going to earn you some sort of a profit. But if it doesn't break the high, then it's going to earn you some sort of a loss. So that's what's going to happen. So we're going to see if it earns you a profit if it breaks the high on the 5-minute. Oh, look at that. We're breaking the high on the 5-minute there. So if it breaks this, oh, look at that. Now it's going to earn you profit. Should continue to 1869, 1869.50. So it's pretty risky, man. I mean, don't take these risky trades. Don't take these risky trades. Look at GJ over here. Look at the way it's forming here. Look at this 15-minute time frame. See, what I'm thinking is this thought just came to my mind, right? And this thinking was that, okay, we have a resistance over here, right? Price came up, price wicked above this resistance. This candle wicked above this resistance, but closed below this resistance. If this candle rejects this area as well, and it breaks the low, then we can continue down. But what we really need to see is, for buys, we need to break above 138, 170. So this is a hard day here today. We'll have to wait. Ooh, what's this? Really hard trade? How do you think of this trade? All right, resistance formed, price made a high, support formed, waiting for price to form minor support. Enter a buy when the candle flips bullish. Really small range, really difficult at this point. Really small. The only thing I can think of is if we break this low right over here, we got this 10-11 pip range and then a potential break of this support to continue bearish. That's what we got. Yeah, but we have to move into NY open for that volume to kick in. Ooh, look at that. Someone took a buy on gold and look, see, it's working now. That question was pretty hilarious. I made a buy on gold. Do you think it will go in profit? So I was in profit for $400 on GJSL, and then all of a sudden, all the way in 1 second, price goes up. Yeah, that's why you should always secure profits. You should secure profits. Even if the candles are breaking the highs, they're not closing above, so that doesn't mean anything if they're breaking the high. You need to break the high and then close above, because if you look on the 1 hour time frame, of course you got these candle highs, but then you also got this resistance over here. Let's take a look at this. What's this? Hello, Raja. Can you take a look at my chart? Am I in the right path? Are you in the right path? Let's let's take a look at the path you are in. So this is, trend is down, it broke the support, so started looking for a sell. Okay, entered after it breaks the low over here, beautiful. Price reached 5-pip profit, but I closed half. Suddenly news came, hit my stop loss. Yeah, that was a good job. That was a pretty good trade, very good job. The only unfortunate thing is that there was news, and that's it. Otherwise, that was a pretty good job over there. And we're looking at GJ here, and as it's coming here, I'm really thinking to see if I can execute a sell once we break the low here or not. We shall see. All right, what's this? This was my first proper analysis. It worked out. Was it just luck, or am I going about it the right way? Let's take a look here. Oh, wrong chart. Wrong chart. Your analysis may be right, but you're going about the chart the wrong way. Oh wow, look at that. Gold breaking the high and boom, continuing up towards 1870s right there. 1869 is right here. It's at 1869. Nice. That was a pretty good call by Raja Banks, man. 1870 coming up right here. Nice retracement. This kind of like matches up with the retracement we had on Monday. See this right over here? Price came down and then boom, 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 straight up. Okay, you were right about the vaccine analysis. They're planning to seek emergency authorization within days. Yes. Yeah, man. Emergency authorization is gonna come in. What Canada's doing is they're deploying military, and military is gonna assist in the distribution of these vaccines. And I think it's gonna be, we're moving in very amazing times here in 2021, 2022. I mean, crazy. If someone wants to get their minds blown, go Google Agenda 2030. Google Agenda 2030, and your mind is gonna be blown like. This thing has been planned since 2015, 2012. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Why you don't buy at support and sell at resistance in ranging market? Because the win rate there is not that high. You know, and that's not the way how I trade. You know, if price is going to come to a support, I'm not going to take a buy because I'm not going to take a buy. I'm going to wait for price to create a support, create a bullish candle, get that confirmation, and then I'm going to take that buy because I want to win. You know, I'm in this market to make money. I'm in here to win. I'm not here to take dumbass trades and win accidentally and be happy about it. No. I want to win on a very well structured analysis, and that's all what I'm focused on every day. You know, so right over here, I'm just waiting. You know, some people are in buys and sells and whatever. They can do whatever they want to do, but I'm just focusing on how am I going to win easily, you know. So maybe buys about 138, 180, 170, or maybe like, you know, maybe looking at this range here, but it's way too small. I mean, it's 13, 14 pips, so we'll just see what happens here. But the good thing to do whenever you're looking at the charts is to not only look for buys, but also look for sells. You know, so you gotta look at those both scenarios. How can price go up? How can price go down? So you really look at those things here, because what happens is, like, let's say if you have a buying analysis, right? You have a buying analysis, price goes up a little bit, and then price starts dropping. If you don't have sells planned at the same time, you're going to be confused at that time, right? But if you do have sells planned and you're in buys and price shows confirmation for sells, then you're going to understand that, oh, okay, like, you know what, maybe it's not buys anymore, it's sells. You know, so that's how you get fluid in the market. Fluid in the market is about, like, you know, reading candles, knowing when there's volume in the market, knowing when there's going to be breakouts. Like if you look at GJ right now, GJ is at this minor resistance here, just rejecting, right? All these wicks are rejecting over here. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, 4-hour candle is bearish, but it's also consolidating. Man, look at this, so ugly. Just disastrous. Look at this 1-hour candle. It came up, broke the high, and it's coming down, so who knows what's going to happen. The only thing I know is that if we break the support, we can continue moving down, and if we break this support, then we can continue down towards, 137, 550. But at this time, we're just waiting over here. Your JPY here as well. If you look at this candle is at that retest area. So we'll have to wait how this candle closes. If it closes below this area, then it's going to be continuation of sells once we break this low. But if it closes back in this range, then obviously it's back in this range, right? It's like a 14, 15 pip range. How much lot size do you use? It's not about how much lot size someone uses. It's about how much are you willing to risk on a specific trade. It's like how much are you willing to risk on a specific trade. Is 10 pips a day a good target? Yes, I think it's a pretty good target. I do 10 pips a day and it works very, very well. Ooh, gold did reach 18. Oh, close to 1871. Next to that support there. Wow. Hey, if people in the gulag, if you took this trade, I know some people out there just went buys, Basically done for the day. Let's take a look at it in the 15-minute time frame. We're rejecting those areas. We kind of like, I think we made a low, right? We made a low. We're coming up. This is a big body candle. Big body candle means big volume. Bodies getting smaller. Small bodies means less volume. Less volume, bullish momentum. And if we break the low, I think we can continue down to retest this low. And maybe we can break with the New York open volume. So New York is going to open in about 35 minutes. So it could make sense. All right. What is a safe lot to use on a 10K account? Thanks in advance. Again, it depends on what you're trying to lose, right? If you're taking a trade and if you're willing to risk $500, depends on what your stop loss is, So it all depends. If you're willing to lose $500, $1,000, like, with 1%, if you're trying to lose like $100, $200. So that's how you calculate your lot sizes. Oh, what's this? Thank you so much. I'm here already 2 weeks, and during these days, I learned a lot from you. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Yeah, so we're just waiting over here now in GJ. There's nothing happening at this point. Your JPY still has 3 minutes left. There are 3 minutes left for this 30-minute candles to close. It's going to be a waiting day here today. All right, what's this? Well-calculated trade. All right, so this is USD ZAR. Support formed, waited for price to break the high. Once it broke the high, took an entry, TP hit. I think it was great. It was beautiful. Price closed bullish above this resistance. The next one, clean candle to the left-hand side. Boom, went straight up to your TP as expected. Very nice. And if you look at US30, US30 is also slowly moving up towards the highs here. Looking at the 15-minute time frame there. Let's take a look at this chart here. Ooh, entered sell in gold. Once it break the low and continue down, take profit hit. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Yeah, I've still got 2 minutes left over here. What's this? Hey, bro, can you check my chart here coming from the gulag? Coming from the gulag here. All right, let's take a look at this chart. Support was created, resistance formed, entry as this kind of broke the previous low. Nice, your TP hit for 6 pips. See, this is the thing. These ranges are really, really small. Look, like your stop loss is 6 pips, your TP is 6 pips. Really, really small ranges, right? So you want like bigger ranges to play in. I mean, if you break above 138, you know, 040, 050, and if you measure this range, it's like a 13, 14 pip range. But if I look on the 30-minute time frame, there's no confirmation that's going to continue moving up. Like we still got around, what, a minute and a half to go for this candle to close, so we'll have to wait. Would you say if we get a candle close above 138.050, it's the 4-hour candle flipping bullish as well? Yes, then the 4-hour candle is going to be flipping bullish, but we need price to break above this area. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. Someone sent this chart from the Gulag looking for GJ sells. Oh, nice. So you bought a stop loss above the 15-minute candle, secured 50%, closed 50%, second TP. Nice, very nice, beautiful. I haven't taken a single trade yet, nothing. And it looks like gold is retracing all the way up over here, 1872, man, amazing. See this is why we say that history repeats itself, right? Like chart patterns repeat themselves. So looking on the 1 hour, we did not know price is going to reject it other than the fact that we rejected here before. But someone mentioned they took a buy on gold somewhere down at 1867.68, and then we start looking at the fact that, okay, if we break this high over here, there's a higher probability we can continue moving up towards 1870 because we had a rejection as well before, and now we're moving in 1872. This was a pretty good move over here. Nice. Will you make a video on adding positions back in after closing for risk management? You know what? I will. And that's going to be a Christmas present. I will do that. But before we start talking about that, I want everyone to, go in, give a like on the stream because, we do it every day. It's really, really hard work. Give a like on the stream and hit the subscribe button, so that once we go live again next time, you know that we're live. So that's going to be a Christmas present coming in before Christmas. Yeah, I'll do that. Every year at the end of the year, I do like a webinar for the Gulag for everyone for free, because I think it's good to give back. It's really good to give value, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, GJ is still ranging. Look where this candle closed. This candle closed below 138.050 at that resistance over there. Looking at the 30-minute there as well, it's just, yeah, it's not that good at all. Your JPY seems like a better idea over here. Since we're breaking the low on the 30-minute, this should continue moving bearish and then continue moving down. But if it breaks the low, then it shouldn't break the high and it should continue moving down. The only thing is this range is not enough range. It's like 7 pip range, 8 pip range. And then you're basically anticipating the NY open volume to continue breaking through this zone and continue down to 123.200. Yeah. Let's take a look at GJ. Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty hot day here today. So with gold, the gold sells make sense if resistance is made to fill the wick again, or since it already filled the wick, it won't fill it again. See, this is the thing with gold. Before, Monday, gold didn't really come down to fill the wick. It just went straight up bullish. So this was the move here. If you missed this move down, I guess this was the move here to continue going up to this previous area here, 1872.50. Because what happened on Monday was, we basically rejected the whole thing, just like we're rejecting right over here. And if on the 30-minute time frame, if we break the high over here, just like on the 5-minute, then we can continue moving up on the 30-minute time frame, probably back to 1875. Yeah, that could happen. You should make a rap video. Yeah, probably. Gotta look for some record deals.
Yeah, where's that collab going on with Ty?
Oh yeah, yeah, with Ty, like a little collaboration.
Yeah, we need that, bro.
Collaboration. Maybe create a market fluidity labels.
That's it.
Market fluidity label record company.
Man, the guy has some pretty solid beat for real.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty talented.
Yeah.
Can you give live demo of the wick fill? I watched your video on it, but I feel a live one would really sink it in. I don't know. I think you need to rewatch this live stream when price was coming down to fill this wick over here. We were talking about how it's going to come down and fill this wick with vaccine optimism, and it did continue down to fill that wick. So you need to probably watch that again. So back on GPJPY here, I mean, it's just ranging at this point. It's just garbage. Garbage.
The only pair that may work on that sells should be EJ, because we just sitting at support, but the 30-minute candle is breaking below the previous one, so in the hourly candle looks like a liquidity grab.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we were talking about here too. Like, it broke the low, it should continue down with this bearish momentum here now. The other thing is we had this big rejection here too. So look, price started to go above this area, but closed below this area. So
yeah,
makes sense.
That's what I like.
What do you think about the sell of the 15-minute candle break the low of the previous 15-minute candle and secure profits at 137.70? See, if we break the low over here and if we measure this range, this is like a 11, 12 pip range, and stop is going to be, I don't know, I don't like this area at all. I want to see clean breaks below this 137.850 and then take a sell. That's what I want to see. So for me personally, there's going to be a lot of waiting now to take a trade on GPJPY. For EJ, could we have entered a sell at this 15-minute? Oh yeah, absolutely. I was talking about that. I talked about that for 5 minutes when this candle started. That we're rejecting this area. If we break this low, there's a high probability for it to continue moving down. If this situation was happening on GPJPY, I would have been in sells right over here with stops above this current candle and anticipating for it to come down over here and break below with your NY open. But it's not the pair I trade, so I gotta follow my rules.
The weekly on gold looks juicy to the downside also, Raja.
Man, Kerwin, we called 2 trades on gold here. We called the wick fill on gold coming down, then someone in Gulag took a buy on gold, and then we're like, okay, if it breaks the high over here, it could go to 1870. It went straight to 1870.
I was taking my kids to school, but I had 2 sells coming for the new hour wick fill. So when my stop loss was basically like 20 pips on each entry, and when I opened my phone while I was driving, I was like, what's going on over here?
Yeah.
I was already hitting 1866.
Yeah, news came in hard. I took a loss on EJ. I think I did good risk management. What do you think over here? Let's take a look here. Man, if it's a dumbass entry, you're going to get roasted. Oh, okay, it was pretty good. Took an entry when this candle opened. At this point, move stops to break even. Nice. Very nice. So now you got to see how you could have given your trade a second chance. And this is probably your second chance right over here. You know, for price to essentially now continue down. Kerbin's volume? No, Kerbin's volume is good. I think it's the music overlapping Kerbin's volume for the gulag. But
Oh, yeah. You're getting low volume from my end.
they're getting low volume from your end.
Oh man.
Like GJ, it's very low volume, bro.
Jesus Christ, GG, man. Jeez.
I think your USD is cleaner than your JPY. Can you take a look? No, because if you look on the screen, it says don't say look at this or look at that. You need to send a chart. Looks like US30 is going to continue up over here now. Oh, we called out US30 here as well. I trade on US30 once this candle was closing.
Wow. Amazing.
But I haven't taken any trade here so far. GJ 1 hour. If 9 AM candle close weak bullish, would look for a sell entry at the break of the low, anticipating price to push for 10 pips. Yeah, I'm not going to take a trade in that area. I'm probably going to wait for price to either break the support or break above here or something. Serious question. When was the point in your trading you stopped using trend lines? See, the thing about trend lines was I didn't understand one thing, right? And I didn't understand was that if someone's gonna draw a trend line, right? And if you're drawing a trend line based on this wick right here, and if you don't have this information, then you're adjusting your trend line based on these highs over here and coming down, and then you're adjusting the trend line over here and then over here, and then you're saying, oh look, it's like those things didn't really make sense to me. You know, that why is the trend line being adjusted every time price is moving up to come down? And so to me that seemed like a very subjective idea, that the trend line is trending based on where price is making highs or making lows. And for the most part, it was also contradicting with my support resistance as well, because now I had another confirmation on the chart. And it's like they say, when you have two bosses cannot work in one home. You know, that's a saying in my language there. Like if you have two bosses, their heads will constantly collide with each other. You know, so they won't be able to agree on anything. So that's what I saw. It's like support resistance and then trend lines. I was like, gotta choose one. So I chose these zones over here. Yeah, too many chiefs and not enough Indians. So when you put a lot of indicators, you're placing a lot of chiefs on the chart. You know, and not enough Indians. Bro, check Jaden's setup in the background. It's too sick. Oh yeah, Jaden has a nice computer setup in the background. He doesn't use that though. He has an even better one which he's using right now. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here. Ooh, this is GBP CAD. We got some visualization coming on over here. Low has been made. Planning for this potential setup. I think this is awesome. I also think that as we're moving into closer to the news, that may have a very profound effect on this analysis. So yeah, a lot of waiting here on GJ here again. Man, yesterday I had to wait 2 hours to take a trade on GJ.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's take a look at this chart here. If this 30-minute candle closed below that support, will it continue down? Let's take a look here. Euro AUD. See, the problem is, let me just zoom in over here. The problem is that you have these supports here to the left hand side. you have this area on the 30-minute time frame. You got to measure how far this area is, then you got to measure how far this area is. You know, so you're really counting on the volume to break this area to continue down towards your arrow over here. But you're being cautious about the fact that if we do break below, there are these potential support areas which you're going to have to be cautious about. So that's the only thing you got to keep in mind. Your JPY 15-minute candle is about to close. It's rejecting this minor support. 30-minute candle is also closing, which is good because if it closes bearish, man, it's going to continue moving bearish with NY open volume, which is going to be here in about 17 minutes. All right, US 30 is pushing up over here now slowly, going back towards 30,000. Wow, this worked out perfect. 15-minute candle closed bullish above this area. This was the low it had to respect, and we continued making higher highs and higher lows. If someone knows what I'm talking about, just go back in the stream and then you can watch it when this wasn't even forming, and we talked about how you can take buys, where your stops can be, how you can manage risk for it to move up and all that stuff. You know, because it's really important to really manage your trade even before you take the trade. So this 30-minute candle is also about to close on GPJPY, and we'll see what happens here. Why aren't you looking at GJ? Because it's ranging. There's no volume here. So what good would it be for me to just open this chart and to just look at it? Right? See how boring that is? I mean, just looking at this candle. No, so you gotta add some diversity. That's why we're looking at the charts. We're opening charts. We're answering questions. You know, so I'm not in EJ trade, but I do think it can come down to 123.200. Good entry for sells on GJ to fill the 15-minute wick. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for this candle to close, and then I'm going to see what to do at this point. The thing is, when you come to the charts, don't be forced to take an entry. You know, like I know way too many people who come to the charts and they just come to the charts to be in a trade. When you come to the charts just to be in a trade, man, that's basically not the right way to go ahead. You know, you can't come to the charts just to be in a trade. You have to come to the charts to basically plan a trade and then execute on that trade. How do you think pyramids were built? Probably, I don't know, man. Probably not by humans. Not by humans. It's a mystery. Maybe Joe Biden was alive back then and he pushed the rocks in place. Joe Biden. He helped with the man. Guy's pretty old, man. Joe Biden and the Rothschilds, you know.
Come on, man.
Trump was pharaoh.
Yeah, Trump brought his machinery. He's like, all right, we're gonna build the biggest and the best pyramids for everyone to see. Someone is saying pyramids were built by IML. Yeah. Oh yeah, IMLs have a lot of members. They probably forced all their members to just go there and build them. I don't know. How come the stock market doesn't reflect what's going on in the real world? Because the stock market is heavily manipulated. You know, it's heavily manipulated. So that's why. Also, stock market has way less volume to move just the way Forex moves. You know, Forex market has a lot more volume. If you want to compare Forex market to the stock market, I have a pretty good. There's something I was looking at. Stock market compared to Forex. See if you can find a picture over here. The picture I'm talking about. Where is it? Yeah, right here. Oh yeah, right over here. This picture right here. Take a look at this. Where is it? Yeah, so this. Okay, yeah, so this is the Forex market, and this is the stock market right over here. In comparison, right? So you can look at the volume. Look at this volume here. Like it's 6.6 trillion now. Okay. And then you got New York Stock Exchange, 22 billion, 18 billion, London Stock Exchange, 7.2 billion. So Forex market is massive. It's huge, man. It's crazy big. Look at this. Yeah.
I was about to say something.
What
Forex is like you, and then stock market is like your friend from London.
Yeah.
So tiny.
Yeah. He's like, arr, arr, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you. And I'm standing like, yeah, okay. Wait, what's going on, buddy?
My goodness.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
I think also, bro, like we're on screens, like nobody can see actually how big you are. When I first saw you, I thought this guy's massive, man. He's so close to a protein source.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the source of his protein? Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, like on the internet, you don't really get to see the person completely. Like I meet a lot of people, and every time I see them, they're like, "Oh man, shit, you're a big dude." I'm like, yeah, of course. I mean, some people are big, some are small. I mean, that's how it goes. Just like candles, small and big candles. GU. 15-minute candle closed bullish, and you took a buy based on a 15-minute candle for it to continue moving up over here. Nice. Nice. This looks way better than GJ. Let's take a look over there. Let's take a look at this GU here. Oh, nice. Look at that. It's also moving up. 30 minutes also broken the high. Man, see now, this is something I want to see on GJ. If this was happening on GPJPY, I would have been in this trade once we broke the high over here. Even right over here too. I mean, 8 pip, 9 pip stop, potential to continue up. The only thing is it's not enough range. It's like a 10, 11 pip range. That's the only problem. The range is not that big. If this was a 30 pip range, 35 pip range, beautiful buys, amazing buys, because you have bigger ranges, right? GPY here, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's stuck, man. It's honestly stuck.
EJ is about to give you the squeeze to the downside, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with that, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Do you know Shaun the Sheep? Yes. Yes, Shaun the Sheep. They're cartoons my son loves. Some people may think I'm joking, but I'm not joking. Just go YouTube Shaun the Sheep. Your kids are going to enjoy those cartoons. Hey, what trading book do you recommend for me? And how did you learn and be successful in trading? Thank you. Well, I think a really good book is Naked Forex. Naked Forex is a pretty good book. I read that. I maybe read the first 11 pages of that book, but it's a pretty good book. Naked Forex. Then there was another book, 10 Essentials of Forex. I read that book. 10 Essentials of Forex right here. 10 Essentials of Forex. Oh, 10 Essentials of Forex. Yeah, right over here. Who uses Bing anymore, man? No one. All right, so we're gonna wait for these candles to close. We got 8 minutes left, and since we have 8 minutes left, I'm gonna go over something I really read in this book, which I still use to this day, and just gotta find a pirated copy over here. Oh, we can download the whole thing. All right, let's see here. I'm a very selective reader, so I'm going to show you the thing I really focused on in this book. If you look at the topics, right? Look at these topics like your life's purpose, history of Forex market, blah, blah, blah. I still have this book using indicators, Fibonacci's, trading, buy, sell zones. This right here, consolidation, bracketing, accumulation, and sideways movement. This is something I really focused on. page 175. So let's go over there. Page 175 right here. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, there we go. So we come down a little bit more. Fundamental analysis. We come down more. And this is it right here, consolidation and sideways movement. This is the chapter I read maybe 6-7 times, because what would happen was I used to lose during consolidation areas, you know. I used to lose all the time. And then I found this book, I started reading it, and it made a lot of sense, right? Look, sideways movement. And the one thing I read about here was very interesting. It was... All right, look. When traders stop trading, the market begins to consolidate in what is called the tight trading range, small trading range. Small trading ranges are found in smaller time frames between 20 to 60 pips, usually on the 60 and 30-minute time frames. There was another thing where they talked about that the longer the price ranges, the harder the breakout is, always. You know, so very, very good book here. 10 Essentials of Forex Trading. Yeah, you gotta read this book. Straddle strategy. They have a lot of strategies there. Buy orders, sell orders, you know. Very good book. Amazing book. I think every trader should have that book. I have that book. It's not over here. I think it's downstairs somewhere. But I do have that book. Just joined the stream. Where can I get that book, y'all? I don't think you joined the stream with your brain, man. Like when you, I mean, basically I just Googled it. How is someone, I don't know, man. I mean, if you joined the stream, just leave the stream right now. You know when someone walks in like this, oh, hey man, where do I find that book? They get roasted and they just walk right back, you know? So, I mean, we Googled this book right over here, 10 Essentials of Forex, and we got it right here. And come on, man. Come on. Can't do that. Like seriously, if you're looking for something, just Google it. Go to Google and write things in it and you're gonna find it. And of course then go to the library too. You know, have people forgotten about libraries? That's where I got that book from the library 4 years ago and I forgot to return it. Yeah, I think I've accumulated some fines on that book. So probably gonna go back and pay those fines just for good karma. But like, you know, that's the thing. I mean, if you're looking for books, where do you find books? Libraries. Or where? Google. I mean, come on, man. Hey, what's the name of that book on the screen? All right, we're going to ignore these questions now. We got 4 minutes left for the New York Open. And usually we get a lot of volume with New York Open. So we're going to wait over here and see what happens. Looking at GPUSD, this candle came down. And if it's closing like a small bullish candle, I don't think it's going to go back up. I think if the next candle breaks the low, we can continue moving down on GU. And that's the trade I'd be taking on GJ if this showed up on GJ right over here. So if you break the low, oh yeah, it's pretty good range here for GU to come down if the next candle breaks the low at this point. All right. The best Forex book. Let me write it down over here. 10 Essentials of Forex. There we go. There we go. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. What do you think about this trade I took on your JPY and the explanation behind it? We still got 3 minutes left, so I think in those 3 minutes we can do some of these chart analysis here. Here's a trade took on your JPY, price from support, resistance, came up to 0.70 area, you took a sell. Beautiful. Took secured 10 pips, stops at, oh, over here, done for the day. Amazing. Very nice. Good job, man. Very good job. All right, GJ and GU. We got 2 minutes left here. Your JPY is also closing a bearish candle above the support. So this is where things get a little tricky. US 30 is reversing, probably doing a liquidity grab to continue on further with NY Open. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out as well. 2 minutes left. If the next candle breaks the low, it's like 10 pips away, 11 pips away. Yeah, I don't know. I might know. I don't want to take this sell because I was thinking was if this candle is closing bearish, it's rejecting this resistance, and if the next 30-minute candle breaks the low, it could continue down. But when I measure this range, this is a 10 pip range, and if this was a 20 pip range or a 30 pip range, I would be taking sells at that point. But since this is a small range, I don't want to take a sell over here because we had a rejection here before. We had a rejection here at London. We had a rejection here at Asian session. So this becomes a very strong support. Look, we had a rejection here at London again on 17th yesterday. Another one at after London closed. So it's a very, very strong support, 137.850.
Yeah, if you zoom out, you're gonna notice on the 30-minute that it's a heavy range since Monday. It's been ranging basically almost 3 days.
Yeah.
You're gonna have plenty of opportunities to the downside once we break below that support. There's no need to rush any trade on GG right now.
Yeah, that's true. EJ sells invalid on 5-minute. Why are you looking at 5-minute? Why even bother looking at 5-minute? Let's just focus on 30-minute and the 15-minute. I mean, 5
the thing on pairs that has low volume, don't go to 5 minutes. You go to 5 minutes when you're trading gold, you're trading US30. But other than that, man, with GJ, yeah, you may go to 5 minutes to get some extra confirmations, but with low volume pairs like UJ, AUD, USD, Euro, JPY, don't go to 5 minutes. Just stick to 30 minutes, and the lower time frame that you can go is 15 minutes.
Yeah. Someone asked me a question: is GU a good buy if it breaks the 1-hour high? And man, you ask me private questions all the time, and I mean, if we break the high, the range is only 9-10 pips. It's not enough range, so the answer is no. Here we go. Candles have closed. If we break the low, I suspect it can continue down, but it's not enough range for me to take a trade over here. No. So I'm not going to take a trade. Your JPY also closed bearish over here. Heavy momentum here. Let's take a look at this Chinese indicator here. Let's see what's saying. Haven't looked at it for a while. Chinese indicator. Has China banned this indicator in Canada or not? It's not loading. Probably they've banned it. There you go, guys. Can't trade anymore. Our indicator has been banned. Oh, can't. Could we see a wick fill down to 137.837? Yes, that's very likely, but since this is a small range, I'm not entering this trade. But I do believe it can come down, but I'm not entering this trade. See, there are opportunities that you can take in the market, and there are opportunities you want to sit out because they don't match your plan. If this was a 30 pip range, I'd be in the sells 100%. But since this is a small range, 10 pip range, I'm willing to sit out and miss out on this trade. You know, so that the next time it happens with a bigger range, I'd execute it. But it's a very small range. It should play out. Your JPY here as well. Once it breaks the low here, this candle should continue down. Look at this 15-minute. Clean candle here through left hand side. Clean traffic to continue down. And that will boil over to the 30-minute to continue bearish here. Any chance you can take a look at AUD USD? Well, Mr. JRZV, any chance you can read the screen, please? It says, don't say look at this or look at that. Please post the chart. So you need to post your chart. Is there a minimum range that you have to take a trade, or is it based on experience or price action structure? It's mostly a range. Like I want like a good range to take a trade in. You know, like if this was a 20 pip range, I'd be taking this sell to continue down, because here's the thing, right? This range is like 10 pips, 11 pips. We don't know whether price is going to come down here and reject, or come down all the way here and reject. That's something I don't know, right? If this was a 20 pip range, then I know that I can secure 10 pips easily and then let the rest run. But if this whole range is 10 pips, it just becomes a little bit difficult for me to, like, you know, like take this trade and know that we can go down. Because I mean, if I take a sell and I secure like 7 pips or 6 pips, I mean, money is money, but then that satisfaction is not there for me, you know. So that's why I'm not executing on this. But I do think it's going to go down here. It's just that this range isn't enough for me personally to take a trade. GU here as well should continue down. See, now this is a bigger range on GU, right? You look at this range, this is a 15 pip range. This is still way better range. You know, you got this wick fill here and then continuation down to here. So it's very nice. Your JPY as well. Once we break this low, we got a 10, 11, 12 pip range here. So it should continue on till at least till 123, 200. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that beautiful move here. Beautiful move. Let's go, my GJ. My GJ.
Holy moly, man.
GU is also slowly trickling down. EJ is also trickling down. We've broken the low. It should continue down over here. Ooh, GJ is now forming a wick. All right, what's this? What is going on over here? A new Pfizer vaccine came, yes. When I started trading real account, I will donate to this stream 10% of my monthly gains. It's really amazing to see 3,500 people here and almost no contribution. Yeah, that's okay. Slowly, you know, people start contributing, so that's pretty good. Should we have to wait for candles to close while breaking high or low? No. But when candles break the highs and lows, that's an advanced concept, you know. So you have to be really good at that. You have to see it happen a couple of times. So we've seen these setups happen a lot of times. When price breaks the low, you have clean ranges to the left-hand side, so high probability for price to continue down. We've seen this happen a lot of times. You know, so more often than not, they work. And I haven't taken a losing trade since last Monday. 0 losing trades. And all my trades have been based on price breaking the low and continuing down, surprisingly. And they've all been on GJ. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a GJ 15-minute chart, resistance formed, impulse entry, stop loss above the current 15-minute candle, closed full when 5-minute candle closed with no wick. All right, awesome. Yeah, very nice trade here. Very nice trade. I think it should continue moving down. 137.850. Yeah, fill this wick over here since price is in momentum at this point here. There's this guy on TikTok, man. I like his accent. He's like, come on, man. Why you gotta lose that money over trading? Don't lose money over trading. Come on, man. Kang, that guy, man, he's so hilarious. You buying Gucci and Hermes and come on, man. You have no money in your bank account and you losing money. Wow. Shit. Come on, man. Looks like he grew up in the Bronx, you know? Yeah, it's amazing. See now, if this was a 20 pip range, 25 pip range, this would have been 11, 12 pips instead of 7 pips. That's why I look for bigger ranges, because you have a higher probability to get those 12 pips, 15 pips, you know. But since this is only a 10 pip range, you'll see price struggle after 5 pips, 6 pips. So that's why now smaller ranges, they just don't make sense to me anymore. I'd rather wait for a bigger range to get like a nicer trade, but when there's a small range, I'm just gonna like, you know, spectate it, and if it works, awesome, you know. But I'm not gonna stress over missing the trade. Will retail sit? Oh,
Go ahead,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Now the thing on EJ, I'm gonna do the same. If this 15-minute candle, if the current 15-minute candle doesn't close below that range, I'm gonna close my trade. I'm basically only like 6 pips. Yeah, 6 pips. So basically this 15-minute candle, I want to see some sort of break of that support. If not, then there's not enough volume, and that's it. I'm not gonna force this trade.
And that's
Even
gonna go
though
down.
I know it's gonna play the sells, but it should be later.
It's gonna head down.
Yeah, it's gonna head down, but if I can grab another entry, a better entry, just in case this 15-minute candle reject that support. That's why I'm paying attention to the 15-minute candle. Basically, I want to see something like this. You know, something like this. And this 15-minute candle coming to 240.
Mm-hmm.
So
You know,
I can, go ahead.
You know, also if this candle closes in 3 minutes here, if this candle closes in 3 minutes, you can get the next 15-minute candle coming straight down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Looks like it's finally moving.
Bro, looks like it's snowing outside.
Oh wow, that's nice. We have a nice temperature here in Miami today, being in 70s.
Man, I really believe US is the greatest country of the world. Is the greatest country. You go to US, if you're in Washington, you get cold, you can go to Miami, be warm. You can go to California and be warm. In Canada, if it's cold everywhere. You can't escape it.
Cold as shit out here, man.
Yeah.
Miami's paradise, man. Trust. Paradise.
Yeah, like if you're in Washington, you can just take a quick flight to Miami. You can just stay there for a month, 2 months, 3 months. From Canada, you go to Miami, you come back, you're quarantined for 2 weeks. Like, man, come on.
And that's why we have a lot of snowbirds going to Miami now.
Yeah,
man.
Okay, beautiful EJ. Thank you so much. That's what I wanted.
This should continue till 123.200.
We miss you.
It's going to have a quick pump down. GJ here as well on the 15 minute. The next 15 minute will have a quick pump down. See, this is why GU, I don't look at currency pairs that are affected by two currencies in the same session. Because maybe the pound is weak, but the dollar is also weak. So it's basically not moving the way it should move. And that's why we're having cleaner moves on GJ and EJ. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that buddy moving there. Here, JP Wells also coming down. Ooh, Kerbin, you got your 123, 240 there almost. We got GJ also coming down. Man, beautiful. GU is just a piece of shit right now. Sells on the next 15-minute candle. No. No. No, man. What? Are you guys even listening and watching what's going on? Like, we've been talking about sells from over here, from 123, 350. For sells on GJ, we've been talking from over here, 137, 950. Right? And just now we're coming close to like 10 pips, 9 pips. So people in the gulag, if you took sells on EJ and still holding, and you took sells on GJ and still holding, profiting, this was your trade for the day over here. You know, this for the day. This was a trade for your day over here, and as congratulations if you took those baby pips. These are baby pips, man. Yeah. Wow, look at that rejection.
Yeah.
This is why I didn't take
Paras
that.
range on GJ, man. It's not worth it.
But Raja, I have a question. You were not considering this minor support on the left on GJ?
This one?
On GJ? Yeah, this one and the one on the left also. You got two at the same level.
This one? And this one?
Yeah, the 920.
Oh, no, because clean candle here to the left hand side.
On the 15 you mean? Okay.
Yeah. Clean candle, price and momentum. This is a time of volume, NY open, so high probability for price to continue down, you know, to fill the wick. I mean, if this candle closes above this area, then you can say, oh yeah, you know, there's that support. That's why it's closing above, you know. But having a support doesn't mean price will respect it. It will also mean it may come down to fill this whole wick and then close above it. You know, so that's what basically those mean over there.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. The clean candle is a wick on the 30-minute bullish candle. Yes. I sent you a funny video on IG. Please check DM. Okay, I will after the stream here. I'll check the DM. If you didn't close partials down over there on GJ as it came down towards support, come on, man. Shit. Like, this thing came all the way down here. You know what? When price comes down to support, I just start getting these seizures. Oh, gotta secure. But when you're a new trader, it's coming down, you're like, oh, it's gonna break.
Yeah,
and then it goes
for more.
Yeah.
Get and go.
Yeah.
Take it and go.
I start getting seizures, man, like epileptic attacks. Oh, gotta secure.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. What's gold doing over here? So gold is still retracing here now. Went to the bathroom. I couldn't wait. Oh, price was half a pip from my TP and now retraced almost at BE. Yeah, you gotta hold it in, man. When you're in a trade and there's volume in the market, you gotta hold it in. You know, you gotta hold it in, and then you gotta see what's going on. So basically, right now you're probably saying, "Oh, come on, man! Is that BE now?"
Oh,
man, I'm having an awesome time. I haven't taken a single trade. It's just,
man. Just vibe.
stupid garbage, man, this market here today. Hey, Raja, do you think of a GU sell right now? Is this the time to close partial positions? Yes, let's take a look at the 15. Yes, yeah, I should close partial positions because look, you had support formed here in the 15-minute time frame. You had support like candles rejecting, this candle broke below, this candle closed back inside, and then you have all these candles now closing back above the support. So it's going to become very hard for price to continue down. Man, if this was me 4 years ago, I'd be the overtrading champion at this time. Just entering sells and buys and sells and buys. But now, man, fast forward 3-4 years, nothing. Just waiting. I want to see the Come On Man video. Oh, yeah? All right. Let me show you that Come On Man video. Ooh, 93,000 followers. Damn. Road to 100,000. Welcome to another morning here. Oh. It's gonna go all the way back. There were a lot of question answers last night. All right.
You talking about the guy that do real estate?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's awesome, man.
Not that Tat guy, this other guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I can't
The
find
guy
it.
with the real estate is awesome, man.
Yeah. Yeah, a
The
lot of,
Vietnamese guy, right?
yeah, Vietnamese guy.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. I mean, they have a lot of value there on their pages. Like there are some other retail real estate pages that they don't give that much value. They don't give that information. All they say, "Oh, we have these deals in. You got to put that money and get like returns on it. These deals are coming in. I just closed these." Like these guys out there, they tell you step by step. This is how it's done. This is how you should go about it and give it time. The same thing we do over here with trading, right? We come on the stream, we just tell, hey, this is how it's done. You got to wait. You don't wait. You don't get paid. You wait. You get paid. You know, like make sure your stops are there. Make sure your take profits are there. You know, so all those things matter. So that's what I think I mostly gravitate towards people who give value more. They focus on value rather than, you know, showing you what they have, or I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it's pretty good. They have free webinar. I actually signed up to it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I bought his mentorship. That guy's mentorship.
Very nice.
Yeah, starting to get into real estate for next year.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw he was saying something about making sure that you have passive income and make sure you clearly define what passive income is and what earned income is. And I thought that was great because if you're still putting time and effort into something, that's earned income, right? You're using your own time, but passive income should be completely hands off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
That's smart.
And one thing he talks about a lot is like he shows off his cars and house and this and that, but at the same time he also says that it took him 40 years.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, he talks about all the time. He's like, hey, you see my cars and this. He doesn't say it took him like a month or like a year. He talks about it took him 40 years to get to the point where he can get a $400,000 car. 40 years. You know, so I put that in perspective. I'm like, yeah, I got a long way to go.
I like the video also he was talking about the not giving money to his kid. Like he wanted an Xbox and him to go buy himself. You know, just like
Oh yeah, I remember that. He's
was-
like, you don't even have money in the bank. How you gonna pay for an Xbox?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Come on, man. He's good.
Paying commission per order is better than paying spread because you can open trade at market price. Yeah, I like paying commissions and having less spread. That's what I like. I think the only difference between having an ECN account and a standard account is that you're basically saving maybe 1 pip on the ECN account over the long run, right? Because if you take a trade on GPJPY and your spread is, let's say, 2.5 pips on a standard account, and on a ECN account, let's say your spread is 1.4 pips, and then you're paying 7 points in spread, in commissions, it works out to be the same, because like 14 points plus 7 is what, 21 points? And if the standard account spread is 25 points, you're basically saving what, like 2 points there, 3 points, 4 points max. So there's not much of a difference, but visually there's a difference, And if you look at your JPY, it's now continuing to go down now. Did a little retest on the 15-minute time frame. Should continue till 200 over here before the news.
Man, let me get the 100 level, EJ. Come on, man.
Come on, shit. All right, 238. Ooh, 230, 230, 234, 245. Bouncing up and down. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Can you please talk about your opinion on NoFap? Yeah, you gotta. Who's that guy? Zach 2. Congratulations for showing us your real face. And now you're gone. Come on, man. Shit. Ooh, GU is now dropping back again. Back in the building, GU. Ooh, EJ's coming down to 123, 200. Come on, 3 more pips. Give us that target. Can we have a subscribers competition as a Christmas special? Let us compete in demo count. What do you think? That's interesting. Let me think about that. We'll have to think about the price as well. Like the last time I wanted to give away a PS5, but then they were all sold out.
I really like chart of the day kind of thing.
Yeah, charts of the day.
On the Gulag, there's a few people in there that do really good charts.
Yes.
Some guys do great charts, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's one or two that have come and have really caught my eye,
As the bubbles and all, man, the comments, the effort's all there, man. Mentality's all there.
What's your opinion on regulated brokers? They're regulated. When do you think you'll retire? There's no such thing as, I don't know. I think there's no such thing as retirement, because I know people who love what they do and they continue to do that till the day they die. So I think in the position I'm in right now, I really like what I do. I really like what I do. So for me, this isn't work. This is just fun and games. I come on, I start to stream, and I really enjoy doing these live streams. Which is why I think the live streams have really grown a lot over time, because of the things we talk about, of the different personalities we have, of the different the way we show value. So I think that's why live streams have grown, because I really enjoy them. There's passion. So I mean, if you like what you do, you're going to become successful at it no matter what. It's just going to take time.
Well, you're Asians, we don't retire. We just work until we die, man.
Yeah, we just work till we die. We're like, oh, you're going to sit at home? Sit at home, do what, man? What will you sit at home, do what?
I was watching something on the news, man. There was this Punjabi Sikh guy. He was like 90 something. Yeah. And this guy is still working. He's working at a trucking yard, man. It's crazy, man, but it's good. Look at Hazel McCallion, mayor of Mississauga, back in the day. She's still kicking, man.
Yeah.
She's almost 100.
Exactly. Oh, look at this. We're finally coming down towards 137.850 here. One more time. I haven't taken a single trade. Our target has been reached on GJ, 137.850. I think your JPY should also continue down and reach target at 123.200 here. We also got news coming in 2 minutes. My spread for GJ is 10 pips and gold is 10 points and gold is 35 points. Let's check over here. Yeah, your gold spread is pretty high then. Mine is like almost 2 pips. All right, let's take a look here. I'm gonna bring up USD CAD, and let's see here. So we're at this resistance over here. We have this support. All right. So Astro is saying CAD news in 2 minutes. If you're in a trade, stay safe. Yep, stay safe. News is coming in hot. Looks like GU is coming down to fill this wick as well over here. Just had a little bumpy ride on the 15-minute time frame, but it's coming down. Only bad thing about Islamic account are high spreads. See, if you're going to do an Islamic account and if you're not going to hold a trade over a day, it makes no sense to have an Islamic account. Makes no sense at all because the spreads are high, there are commissions. I mean, it's terrible. A terrible account to trade on. All right, 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. USD CAD. Just want to see if there's going to be any fireworks here for USD CAD. Got 14 seconds. GJ is retracing, EJ is retracing. All right. Let's see this. 3, 2, 1.
Boom. Nothing.
Oh.
Another fart in the water.
Just a little bubble fart in the water, nothing. Raja, you're okay with non-Islamic account? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, it's all a marketing tactic, man. You guys gotta get smart about things. Yeah. Nothing. I think your GPY should continue down, hit target at 123,200. With GG as well, nothing. Nothing. What a waste of 2 hours here. When will you send out pre-ordered magic keys? They're being shipped out Friday. We've been waiting for our shipment to come in, but it's being delayed at customs. So that's the only problem we're having now. It's being delayed at customs. Because they're checking everything because of this new virus thing. It's crazy. I've been on here for a while and I really would like your opinion on regulated brokers. Okay, so the difference between a regulated broker, hold on. So the difference between a regulated broker and a non-regulated broker is very simple, right? Normally what happens is when you have a very strict regulated broker, let's say in the US, what's going to happen, like something, for example, let's say you have Oanda, right? Oanda is heavily regulated in the US, which means the spreads are a little bit higher, their commissions, you can't hedge, you can't, I mean, they have a policy of first in, first out trade. So those things are not friendly for the way I trade, right? Then you have brokers which are not regulated. Let's say you have Traders Domain, right? So Traders Domain is not regulated in the US, right? Or in Canada, or in like major countries. It doesn't mean it's a non-regulated broker only because it's not regulated in those countries, right? But in smaller countries, obviously it's regulated. There's another thing called that when brokers get their FCA licenses, right? FCA licenses is like, Normally, if you want to operate in the US and if you want to have clients in the US, I may be wrong, but this is just a general idea, right? So you need to get that FCA license and that's a very expensive license. Some brokerages, they may not want to get that license, saying that, hey, it's expensive and we can work without it. So that's perfectly fine. I trade on Traders Domain. I have Traders Domain, and I also have Black Bull Markets, right? Now, Black Bull Markets is regulated in Australia, in New Zealand, in some other parts of the world as well, but they're not regulated in the US. You know, same thing with Vantage FX now. Vantage FX, some people can still trade on Vantage FX after November, but they're not regulated in Canada or in the US. You know, so all this talk about regulated and non-regulated brokers, it's whatever, you know, like I never really focused on that. I focused on where I can put my money and where I can take my money out easily. That's it. You know, and I chose one broker and I went with that, and that's it. I don't really overthink about, oh, is this broker safe? Is this not safe? Like, no, man, I don't have time for that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get confused too. Unregulated, it just sounds kind of like shady. People think that it's an unregulated broker, I can't trust it. That's not the case. What I've found is that unregulated doesn't usually adhere to a lot of the conditions set by countries. So I think in North America and Canada, a regulated broker, I don't know if it's possible if you could put more than one trade or more than one entry. If you do multiple entries, you can't do that on a regulated broker. That's why unregulated brokers are great for, you know, day traders. So there's pluses, you know, there's advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah. Yeah,
Also,
that's true.
You should be aware of looking for regulated brokers if you're using, let's say, $100,000 account. But if you're trading with 5,000, 10,000, 25,000, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Why? You don't get stressed about it. Regulated or unregulated, it's the same thing.
Focus on your consistency first, Gulag.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
For example, if you open an account with TED Brokerage, do you think TED has the necessity to take $5,000 from you? Come on, man.
Man paid 50,000 in commissions.
Yeah, man.
But the countries are supposed to keep the consumers safe because they vetted the company. I'm going to tell you this, right? Even if you go with the regulated broker, and if they run off, there's no one can help you. Nobody can help you. If they run off with your money, even a regulated broker, the country is not going to tell you, oh yeah, man, no, we're going to get your money back. No. The countries are going to say, well, did you manage your risk? Was that the money you could afford to lose? And then you're going to look around at the country like a dummy. Oh man, but come on, man, help me. No, like it's all the same thing. The only difference is that they paid more money to work in the US or to work in Canada to work with those clients. That's the only difference.
Yeah, great example, man, is remember that big, what's it called? There's a crypto exchange that was regulated by Canada and the US. Quadra, what's it called?
Don't remind me, man. Don't remind me.
Yeah,
of
they
that.
went belly up. You know, billions of dollars just vaporized. Some guy's laptop disappeared, right? So, you know, it doesn't matter if you're regulated or not regulated. You could still go belly up.
Yeah, it was Quadriga. I had like, man, they ate $150,000 of mine. I had money in there, and this one morning I opened the website and it won't open. And 2 days later, they had a statement that there's something wrong with their servers. 3 days later, they sent a letter that the owner died.
Oh my God.
5 days later, they said, the owner was the only one who had access to this nano ledger where he had
the codes.
Where he had the codes. He had like 200 million something on that small USB. And I was like,
this is some James Bond shit, man. Like I was hearing
to
this.
To be honest, that guy's still alive. Trust, because he died in India.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
you never die in India, man.
Yeah,
You're always
but,
reincarnated.
I mean,
as some
Pepper
shit,
said
man.
that he died in India, so maybe he paid maybe $1,000. Give me a death
Bro.
certificate, and it's done.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. And then we all,
100%.
so all the clients, I had like 150,000 with them. And then I get an email that, hey, we have a death certificate of him dead in India. When I read that, I was like, oh my God, man. Like, do people really believe this shit? You can give someone $1,000, Kervin's right, to get a death certificate.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, same thing with Bin Laden, man. In Pakistan, I was like, yo,
Yeah.
are you kidding me, man? Like, you sure it's him? Okay, he's probably somewhere like chilling, man. Relax.
Yeah.
You know what? I think there is a rule though, guys. I think that when you leave your money on exchanges, you don't own it.
Yeah.
That's there's a principle in crypto called possession is ownership.
Yeah, very smart.
Yeah. So if you don't understand that principle where possession is ownership, you shouldn't be in it. That's the short of it, is what I advise. So if the gulag says anything, if you don't understand possession is ownership, don't be in it. This isn't for you.
Yeah. Like with crypto, it's extremely important to make sure that, you don't leave your dolo on an exchange. They have hardware. What's it called, Richard? It's the hardware keys or something like that. You can
Nano
store your
ledgers. Like nano
Yeah.
ledgers. Yeah.
And then, that way you can sleep at night without having to worry about situations like this, because it has happened.
See, I only had crypto thinking that, okay, it's going to go back up. And then it all disappeared. I was like, oh, shit.
Hardware wallets. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, but that's water under the bridge now. We moved on. All right, time to sit down. I was getting tired. All right. Have you ever traded your USD? No, your USD is... I think you need to send a chart and then we can take a look at your USD.
I think the safest exchange though is hands down is Binance. Really, quality of service and everything for crypto. I think Coinbase and Binance, they're my two favorite. For beginners especially, because the security is top notch.
Coinbase and Binance.
Binance hands down, and Coinbase as well. And the thing is, I was at an ICO about 2-3 years ago. I did an ICO with which created a hedge fund kind of thing, and I asked them how they set up and how they kept their crypto safe. And to be honest, it's nothing more than just nano ledgers all over the place, and that's it. And so, you lose it and this and that, that's it. You're finished. Only 1 or 2 people have the keys. And if anything happens to them, all of your money, everything, it's so vulnerable, So definitely don't, I think just learn. The one I use myself is a Ledger Nano and a Bitbox. They're the two. Yeah, Bitbox is really good. And I haven't used the Tracer, but the Bitbox is really good. And Ledger Nano.
Yeah, I think we're going to have in-depth discussions about this on Friday as well. We're getting Tori coming on Friday. Tori. I'm not trying to be aggressive, but is there a good broker you recommend to trade US30? I think any broker, first of all, what you need to do is if you're going to focus on US30, you need to pick the broker and then you need to see what kind of spreads they have on there. And then you got to go from there. Oh wow, looks like GPUSD is coming down to where we filled the wick. Just continue down over to this point. Haven't really taken a trade here so far. You know what I'm thinking is maybe take a sell once we start breaking the low here. You know what? I'm gonna close this stream. I'm gonna stay on to like NYC open because it's gonna break. there's a break coming because we consolidated pre-New York, consolidated New York Open, not enough ranges. I think with NYC Open we can break below this wick here, 137.850. I think that's going to be a pretty good move for it to continue bearish.
Yeah, you know what? I think a good analogy about, choosing a broker is like almost like choosing the car dealership you're going to go to. If it's both Acura that you're going to buy, like you're going to buy an Acura MDX, you're going to go to one state for one Acura MDX or the other state for the same Acura RDX. You have to make sure that, hey, how much more am I paying? What am I getting? Am I getting any additional security? It's like that's the same kind of philosophy you have to use. Is it using Onanda to, put the price on the market? What you're seeing on your brokerage has already been modified, but you gotta research how much is it done by, right? Are they taking 1 pip or 5 pips? If it's 5 pips, then it's something that I won't even look at.
The 4-hour candles are also coming to a close here slowly now. Just gonna wait 15 minutes for these 4-hour candles to close. Let's take a look on the 4-hour on your JPY. So we are coming down. There's this range over here till 123.200. I think it should fill this as we come down to a close, because normally when the 4-hour candles come to a close, there's always like a push, a push to grab liquidity to maybe form a wick, or push towards where it's continuing with momentum. So that's what I'm anticipating with this 4-hour close. Wait to see. Gold tapped into 1875 as well. Wow, straight up. Went back to that resistance level. Look for kill zone indicator. It helps to see exactly where sessions change. Yeah, I can find that out just by looking at the time as well. Session changes like NYC Open, NY Open, down here. All right, we got 15 minutes left for this 4-hour to close. I'm gonna be right back. What is Gulag, bro? You're in Gulag. And you can't buy GJ right now. There are people talking about buying GJ. You just can't. 4 hours bearish, 1 hour is bearish, 30 minutes is kind of stuck over here. I mean, just gotta relax. I haven't taken a single trade today. Nothing. I've taken nothing today. Just been watching price over here today. Today was a very calm, like sitting around, chilling day. Alright, be right back.
Looks like GJ's on the move.
Still dangerous in the range. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Okay. GJ ranging again. Yeah, this scan is about to come to a close over here. Very hard range. Very, very hard range. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Closed 50% after 15-minute candle, came back to my entry. Closed under 50%, closed all position. Expected to lose 100 euro, but lost 13 euros. Oh, very nice. Beautiful. Yeah, I haven't taken this trade here because, you know, it's a very small range here. What you gonna do? Hey, thank you. Made 8% today. Oh, where'd you made 8%, man? You guys should give me signals when you're making those 8% gains. Been trading consistently since March, and I also cannot thank you enough for the information and knowledge. Oh, nice, 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 beautiful, beautiful. I want to make 8%. I'm going home with 0% today. All right, let's take a look at this chart here on EuroJPY. This is, oh, whoa, whoa, what's going on over here? Price has been trading within this wide range, 4-hour chart. The support is yet to be broken, pretty far away. We need candles closing above the support. You got thunderbolts going down and going back up over here. I mean, yeah, makes sense. That's all I can say at this point. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, if you're targeting 125 here, then what can I say? I mean, yeah, it makes sense to go to 125. Gotta put a little bit more effort in it, right? I mean, we can talk about 125 once we start breaking above 123, you know, 400, and then continue to go up. But that's way far away. This 4-hour candle is about to close. Less so messy, man. Look at this. Just garbage. All right. What have I done so far this week? $2,675 so far this week. No trade today. One trade on Monday, one trade on Tuesday, yesterday, and that's it. One ran for about 9 pips, one ran for about 10 pips. That's it. You know, I have a feeling that once I leave, price is gonna shoot somewhere.
You know, right?
Yeah, because I have to go to the gym in like 10 minutes and book my appointment for tomorrow.
That's that FOMO kicking in, bro.
FOMO for the gym is kicking in, man. I'm telling you that much. It's crazy, man. It's like, I mean, you pay for the whole year in the gym and you can only go, like, only 10 to 20 people can go in the gym. So the day you get to work out, it's like winning the fucking lottery. You know, like, oh yes, today I can work out. Oh yes, finally. You know, it's just insane. Like, my gym said, yeah, only 20 people can come in. So now it's so every morning it's like Hunger Games. You know, like the first one to book their appointment, they get to work out. Yeah.
Holy.
But anyways, you have a nice setup at home.
Yeah. Yeah, every evening, like I do some exercises, you know. So I work out in the gym in the morning, and then evening time when I'm bored, I just start picking up weights, man. Because you got to get those reps in. Like I see everyone at the gym going super duper hard because they don't know when will be the next time they'll be able to work out. Go hard the first day.
The only thing you're missing is something for legs, right?
Oh no, legs are, yeah. I do squats at home.
Oh, okay.
Squats, lunges with weights. Then running up and down the stairs.
With
know?
the couch.
Yeah. Yeah, with the couch. All right. Come on. Are we looking at the 1 hour time frame, then looking at the 30-minute time frame? You got this range. See, here's the thing. Daily is bullish. If daily is bullish and we're rejecting support down here, it should, if we break above 138.050, we should go to 138, 170, 180. But it's not breaking. Also look at this 4 hour, man. Look at this 4 hour. Just look at this 4 hour. Like, what's going on over here? It's like price has just stopped and price is having a picnic on the 4 hour. Yeah. You know, just sitting, chilling, having a picnic. While we're all like little ants, you know? We're little ants waiting to see where this picnic is gonna drop off food so we can just jump in and grab it.
Yeah. It's gonna be a heavy move once we break outside that range.
Yeah.
Either way.
All right, boys, I'm done for the day.
All right.
All right, man.
Ravi, take care.
See you guys.
See you. Guys. Have fun.
All right, man.
Raja, surely GJ range is getting smaller and smaller. It's got to break out soon, right? Oh, yes, absolutely. It's got to break out soon. But when? We don't know. We don't know when. I mean, like, to be honest, there were really, really good opportunities for trades, but the range wasn't enough. Just garbage range. Not enough range at all. You know, I was getting FOMO on gold when gold started moving from, you know, 1868 to 1870. I was getting FOMO. I was like, man, should have just dropped a quick 5 lot on it, or 2 lots. You know, smaller lot sizes on gold. But probably gonna wait till tomorrow. Why don't you trade stocks? Why don't I trade stocks? Because stocks have I don't understand stocks. I think to trade stocks you need to know a lot about certain companies and all that information. And I'm not very smart in to decipher all that information. So I stick to simple things. I think Forex is way simpler than stocks trading. That's what I believe basically. I mean, you just gotta wait. In trading, you just have to wait for a setup to form, something that you've seen before working. And that's it. Once you see that happen, and once you see that that's happening, maybe like, you know, like 3 times a week, 4 times a week, that's your opportunity to make money on that setup. Like right now here, today, nothing like that showed up here today. Absolutely nothing like that showed up here today. Just garbage. If you look on the 30-minute, this was a really good opportunity for price to continue down, but the range wasn't enough. I wanted like a bigger 15. See, now this was a 10 pip range, price moved 10 pips, and that's about it. If this was a 15, 20 pip range, this move would have been like a easy, like a 15, 12 pip move over here. You know, so I mean, nothing really concrete showed up. Even if you break above, you know, 138.050, you got this range over here. I mean, let's measure this range over here. How big is this? It's like 14, 15 pip range. See, this is still better. But you need a candle to close above this area because look, we've been rejecting over here. We've been rejecting down over here as well. So, you know, that's it. Can you speak more about these funded accounts on your description? No. Let's take a look at this GU here. Yeah, nothing. I mean, if this 1 hour candle breaks the high, then we can continue moving up. Looking on the 4 hour time frame, yeah, it could be like a little bit of a booby trap candle on the 4 hour here. So my bias is still bullish on pound today, but there are no confirmations here for me to take buys. I mean, it may be wrong. Maybe later on with NYC open and London close, we may break down, but I mean, there's nothing to do. Just wasting time here. Ooh, gold went to 1877, back to that support. See this? See, just like Monday. What happened? Vaccine news came out, price went down, and boom, straight back up. Same thing happening with here today. Same thing. Price went down with news, boom, back up. So you know, next time when there's news on vaccine, I'm going to take buys and boom, back up. Ooh, Bank of England is long on pound and short on options market. Beautiful. Lower time frame, 30-minute downtrend, ranging, price creator support, potential rejection area if resistance forms, and look for minor breaks of support. Yeah, it makes sense. I think you should also look to see how you could have executed on buys from down over here, considering we had rejections there before as well. All right, I'm gonna head off. I'm not gonna waste any time over here. My precious time. Have to do some things here today. So take care, everyone. Don't overtrade. Haven't taken a single trade here today, so probably it's going to be that way here today. Yeah, it is what it is. All right. Adios, amigos.
Adios. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Adios, Raja. Take care.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Have a good one. Bye. Ciao, ciao. Bye.